Hello students, warm greetings of the day. In the previous grammar class, we had started to go through about various types of clauses. The class before that we had studied about phrases, the three types of phrases, the adjective phrase, the adverb phrase and the noun phrase. Completing that, we came to clauses. We studied what is a clause. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a finite verb in it, which can stand on itself or sometimes may not be able to stand. If a clause can stand by itself or if a clause can convey complete sense, that is known as a coordinate clause. And if a clause cannot stand by itself, that cannot convey its meaning completely, then that is known as a subordinate clause. If two coordinate clauses are used to connect, used to make one sentence, that is a compound sentence. If one coordinate clause and one subordinate clause is used to make one sentence, that is a complex sentence. And clauses are three types. Like phrases we saw adjective phrase, adverb phrase, noun phrase. In the same way, clauses are also three types: adjective clause, adverb clause and noun clause. We are going to look at these three types roughly now. Okay, all these things we have seen. We are just going to have a kind of revision or a recap of what we had studied some time back, because in between we were busy with the essay writing. So just to come back or to bring back to your memory what we have studied, we are just going to have a look at it. So I told you clauses are three types: adjective clause, adverb clause and noun clause. If a clause does the function of an adjective, then it's an adjective clause. If the clause does the function of an adverb, then it's an adverb clause. If the clause does the function of a noun, then it is a noun clause. What is the function of an adjective? Modifying a noun. What is the function of an adverb? Modifying or giving extra information about a verb. What is the function of a noun? To act as a subject or object of a sentence roughly. It can be acting as the object of a verb, object of a preposition like that, or a complement. There are various, but roughly to say a noun acts as a subject or object of a sentence. Okay, so accordingly a noun clause also does that. Now let's look at one by one. He is a man who has great power. Who has great power? Who has great power? He is a man. There are two clauses actually. He is a man, one clause. There is a subject, there is a finite verb. Here, who, there is a subject, has is a verb. So this is another clause. Okay. Now we are looking at basically with this. Who has great power? This clause or this group of words, it is a clause because it has a subject and a finite verb. Now this is modifying the noun man, giving extra information about the noun man. What kind of a man? A man with great power. A man who possesses great power. Okay. So this is explaining or giving extra information about this noun man. So this is an adjective clause because it modifies or gives extra information about the noun that is given here. Let's look at the next sentence. The car which is blue in color, is mine. The car which is blue in color is mine. There are a number of cars parked outside on the ground. Pointing to that blue car which is outside there, I am telling you, the car which is blue in color is mine. Here also there are two clauses. Unlike here, the first clause is divided and put at the beginning and the end of the sentence. The first clause is the car is mine. The second clause is which is blue in color. Now this particular clause which is blue in color is giving an extra information or additional information about the noun car, which is blue in color. Subject finite verb. Okay, so it is a clause. Subject finite verb. So this is another clause. Okay, the car is mine, pointing to that. Or the car, let's correct it this way, it is better. The car, which is blue in color, is mine. Fine. So now, as you notice here, this car is given little extra information with the help of this clause or this group of words. So as we saw here, this is also modifying this noun. So this is also an adjective clause. Is that clear? Now let's look at do your work before you leave. Do your work. Do is the finite verb. And actually, this if you take do your work, it is an imperative sentence. I am not going to deep into that, but just for you to understand, imperative sentences are sentences that are used to express order, command, request and all those kind of things. And one speciality of imperative sentence we learned was that the subject is not mentioned or said. Actually, it is like this: you do your work. So this is the subject and this is a finite verb. Since it's an imperative sentence, it is not mentioned here. So do your work. This is one clause. Before you leave is another clause. You subject here, leave finite verb here. So this is another clause. So now you are working in a place. Today you want to go a little early. So you go and meet the manager and request permission. Sir, today I would like to go 1 hour early. So manager says okay. If it is something very urgent, you go. But do your work before you leave. Some work which is pending or which you are supposed to complete, you finish it because nobody else is there to do it, so you do it and go. So he says, yeah, you go, but do your work before you leave. So this is giving an extra information about this work. Sorry, about doing. I made a mistake, sorry. About doing your work. And it tells about the time. When you should finish the work? Before you leave. So this is, from here, it is an adverb clause. It is an adverb clause because it tells us about the time of doing this work. Actually, there are types of adverb clauses. This is adverb clause of time. Okay, when do you have to leave? Sorry, complete your work before you leave. Only after completing your work you should go away from here. So it is about doing your work before you leave. Next, if you work hard, you can succeed. If you work hard, you can succeed. These are the two clauses. Now, you can succeed is a coordinate clause. It can give full meaning. But if you work hard, that is a clause which cannot stand by itself, and it is about how can you succeed or when will you succeed, that if you work hard. So this is a clause which gives an extra information about your succeeding. Okay, the condition to be fulfilled for you to succeed is that you should work hard. So this is a clause which is modifying about your succeeding. So this is again an adverb clause. And in varieties of clauses of adverb clauses, it comes as a conditional clause. Adverb clause of condition. Okay. So that is about adverb clause. This is about adjective clause. And now we are going to see about noun clause. What he says is true. What he says is true. So here, what is true? That part, what he says, or whatever he says. Okay. So this today is Monday. Today's subject is verb, Monday object. Same way, what he says is true. This is acting as the subject of this. This is acting as the subject of this. That is what he says. That is the subject of this verb is. Okay. So here it is a noun clause because this clause is acting as the subject. Okay. Again, my wish is that you live long. What is my wish? That you live long. My wish is, what is my wish? That you live long. Understood? So this is acting as the object. This is also a noun clause. Once again, one more thing I want to tell you here. This is a conjunction, this is the conjunction, this is the conjunction, this is the conjunction, this is the conjunction, and this is the conjunction. These conjunctions are used to connect these two clauses into one sentence. We studied about conjunction also. Okay, coordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions are used to connect two coordinate clauses. Subordinating conjunctions are used to connect one coordinate clause and one subordinate clause. All these are subordinating conjunction. And all these are complex sentences, while each one of these sentences has got either one adjective clause or one adverb clause or a noun clause. All these clauses are subordinate clauses. A sentence with one subordinate clause is a complex sentence. With that, we stop for today. The rest we'll see tomorrow. Thank you.